know that baseball is not the only thing anymore. You know, before baseball was everything, and now, you know, once you have a kid and stuff, you know, you realize, you know, baseball is kind of second to everything else now.
Being a daddy is the most fulfilling and exciting thing in my life, and the #1 priority.
The first time I came home and she said, Dad, it just made my day. So, you know, just to enjoy every second is the best advice I can give.
Girls are easier to clean up. You know, boys are a lot more messy.
I don't know if any of us are quite mature, because my kids bring out the immaturity in me. But, you know, I think when you're just, everything changes when you have a kid, a whole new perspective on life.
It's awesome to watch those guys. They're all different in their own right. They're all different as players. They're all different as people, and they're different as fathers.
Padres relief pitcher Cla Meredith recently joined the fraternity of fatherhood in the Padres clubhouse when wife Natalie gave birth to baby girl Adeline Sue.
Spring training, baby.
She was about 4 days old, I think, when she went to her first game. She slept through the whole thing, and
yeah, I think we brought her.
Loved it.
We brought her home that day, and then I might have pitched.
Had a game the next day.
I might have pitched or something, and she was there.
At just 3.5 months old, the girl Cla calls Addie has probably seen more baseball games than the average fan. But her dad's focus is not to let those games be a distraction when he comes home to his girls.
I think as a reliever, as a player, it's always the toughest thing to do or to learn is how to put the day before you behind you.
You have two separate lives, your baseball life and your family life, and you have to make sure they are separate so you don't bring your problems home to your family. And once you're at the field, you perform and you do your job, but it's always nice knowing you have someone waiting for you at home.
The only baseball talk around the Meredith house describes when the baby's gone to sleep.
She just swung at an 0-2 slider, or she just rolled over to the second baseman. She just popped up. And it'll take Nat just a second, and all of a sudden she'll be like, she's out.
These days, Cla and Natalie are content not to miss a second of Addie's little life when they're together. For a Major League Baseball player, those moments are precious.
Certainly baseball is a very important part of my life, but when I go home, my family is first and foremost, and they will always be the most important part of my life, and it doesn't matter how great or how bad my day is at the ballpark. When I go home, I get that family time, and that is the best part of my day.
Cherish every moment that he gets with her. During the off season, spend every waking moment with her.
He'll call me when they're on the road and just say that, you know, oh, I miss my girls, or he'll even text my parents and his parents and say he can't wait to come home. And I know that's the hardest part, is anytime he comes home, he's like, oh my goodness, she's so much bigger.
When she does new things, or when she looks at me and smiles, or when she's just doing the most simple thing, like, you know, sleeping and sucking on her passy, I just stare at her, and, you know, I still can't believe it.
Addie's slow pace of life seems to have brought Cla a new perspective at the ballpark.
Cla's definitely a little bit more softer spoken now. I think that there are days where he comes in and you can see that, you know, he's thinking about his daughter, and that he's a little quieter and more probably introspective than he's been in the past.
I've noticed a new maturity in him this year from day one in spring training. I don't know if it's from being around the big leagues for parts of 3 or 4 years, or having a new little one. I'm not going to say he's changed, he's just grown up a little bit. And along with that, it seems just like he takes care of business in a more efficient way around the baseball field.
I'm not just out there playing for me anymore. You know, I got my teammates, and I got a couple teammates right here that mean a whole lot to me.
Addie isn't Cla's first experience dealing with girls. He's one of 4 children. All 3 of his siblings are sisters, and his wife Natalie has been a huge help.
I'm blessed. I have a lot of gratitude. You know, Natalie's taught me how to love. She's taught me how to love her. She's taught me how to love this child. And you know, I look forward to the next year, that's for sure. But I want it to go by nice and slow with this one.
They call it the athlete's curse. You know, a lot of guys who play sports most of the time end up with girls, and yeah, I guess I'm the fortunate one that they got the 3 boys, and I'm certainly blessed because of it.
It's enjoyable to watch, you know, watch the other guys with the way they go about their business with their boys. That's for sure. But I tell you right now, I wouldn't trade this little girl for a boy to save my life.